Girl, what is that supposed to be?
When it came to the courting and dating phase, like when you getting to know a guy, it seems like they always ask you, can you cook? And I automatically be like, yes, because I think about the time that I made eggs and I made toast and I made pancakes. I know how to use a stove. Like, who can't cook? Like, what kind of question is that? But I never thought to ask them, what defines whether a woman can cook or not? If you believe that a man should be splitting the bills with a woman, or they should divide it up as in modern day time, should we also be dividing up who is doing the cooking? I do want to see how people feel. Should the woman have to cook? I don't know. Let's ask the people.
Should a woman know how to cook for her man? No, a woman should know how to cook for herself, and then her man can eat if he's hungry.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, so yes, she must know how to cook. Hands down, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, a woman should know how to cook for her man.
Of course. What else is she gonna know how to do?
I know how to cook. And
Cook
my man
clean, massages on the feet, and I need all of that.
If your feet crusty, I ain't touching.
Brush the waves when I wake up around here.
I'm old school. I just think that it's very important. My mom cooked for my dad. My dad was always happy with that. It was good to come home from a hard day of work.
The way to a man's soul is through his stomach.
I think women need to cook, be able to cook for themselves. I would also like my man to cook. I don't want to do everything. I would like things done for me also, you know. We're going to be working the same amount of hours. I would like to come home with dinner made sometime.
Man gotta eat.
I personally was raised seeing my mom cook in the household. So for me, when it comes to marriage, I believe that I should be cooking and cleaning. I want to hear from a guy. How can you determine whether a woman can cook or not if you haven't even tasted her food?
Number one, you know she can't cook if she's always talking about lean cuisine. She's not gonna just outright say that she eats lean cuisine just about every night of the week. Your conversation might go something like this. Yeah, girl, so what are you doing?
Eating.
Oh, for real, you eating? What you eating?
I made chicken carbonara, chicken with basil cream sauce, ranchero braised beef.
See how it almost sounds like a question? She doesn't even know what she's eating. She's reading off the box. Number two, if you tell her that you're hungry and she opens up a drawer that's packed to the brim with takeout menus, and she says to you,
Just pick something, make sure they deliver.
that means she's got every place within a 10 to 15 mile radius at her fingertip. Number three, when there isn't a single cookbook in sight. Number four, her kitchen is impeccable. Her kitchen looks like the day after the place was built. Her kitchen's that way because she never ever uses it. Number five, you know she can't cook when you open her fridge and there's nothing in there but carry-out boxes, boxes of wine, some soda, a little bit of juice, but no produce, no leftover home-cooked meals, nothing.
So the 25 things that black women should know how to cook came from thesunk.com. So shout out to thesunk.com. This is a man's opinion about what you should know how to cook. Macaroni and cheese. Your macaroni and cheese should be thick and not runny. I don't eat macaroni and cheese, but I made it for the first time and I was told that it was decent. A black woman should know how to make meatloaf with gravy and potatoes. And the gravy, not the little packet, homemade gravy. If you don't know how to make homemade gravy, we got a little bit of a problem. A good steak. Typically, men should be the one cooking the steak. So I'm gonna say this, men, you need to learn how to grill. You shouldn't have to call your homeboy to make hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken on the grill, corn on the grill, steak. If you expect us to be in the kitchen cooking and baking, I think you should know how to work the grill. Number four, smothered chicken. Now I know how to make this one. Number five is fluffy eggs, grits, and rice. Why I be lying about the grits? I never made grits. They got an instant pack, I can do that. I'm already starting to feel like I can't tell nobody I can cook. Spaghetti and meatballs. You should know how to make spaghetti and meatballs. I personally never made spaghetti and meatballs, but you gotta know how to make that, especially when you're having kids. Like, that's like the go-to dinner. I just don't like noodles, so I never made it. But I know I can make a meatball. I mean, I can make a hamburger, so I know how to roll up, hamburger meat. But then they also got a pre-packaged. But you should know how to do it home cook style. Cornbread, not the Jiffy Mix, real cornbread. When that milk sour, That cornbread. I made Jiffy. And even then, one time I made it and it was white. And I know it's supposed to be yellow. Like, I know how to read the package and follow the directions. But if you ask me to make homemade, maybe it's like making a cake. I mean, I don't cook that often. But when I cook, the food be good, I think, from what I was told. Fried chicken and fried fish. You gotta know, it's a must. Are you kidding me? How are you in a black household and you can't fry? I know how to make fried chicken. Now, I haven't made fried fish because I don't want my house to smell like fish. Well, but I ain't never fried no fish. But I ain't never been asked to fry no fish either, but we'll see. Beef stew. I'm assuming that's like roast beef. And I don't know how to make roast beef. I've ate it. My mom cooked roast beef, so I think she's, part of the women that know how to cook. I don't know. I mean, I've seen it in a bag, like a plastic bag, and like, you cut up the vegetables and stuff like that and get real soft when you put it in the oven. Dang, I'm over here stressed. I'm like the next person that asks me, I have to say I don't know how to cook. Greens or cabbage? Now look, my thing is go to broccoli. And if you haven't learned before, broccoli is a man-made vegetable. It ain't real. So I'm over here, I can't even say I know how to cook a vegetable because technically broccoli ain't real. I never made collard greens. I watched my mom, all I know is you put like a dab of vinegar, you usually get the turkey leg and broth and, season it. I don't know. And cabbage, I assume it's kind of like the same way you make it, but it looked like I gotta go back to the drawing board. Mama, you need to help me. I can't cook. You should know how to devein and clean shrimp, steam crab legs, pancakes and waffles. That is my specialty. Dessert. You should know how to bake something that requires mixing, measuring, stirring, not just, going to the store and getting the little prepackaged cookies and popping them on the pan and putting them in like me. You gotta, Chicken salad. So if you packing your man's lunch or you packing your children's lunch and you want them to have a little something healthy, because school lunch is unhealthy, okay? It's part of the agenda. We can go back to when I said you should be homeschooling your kids, because another reason the school lunch be nasty. Lasagna. I've never cooked lasagna and I don't like lasagna. So like half the stuff that I never cooked before is because I don't eat it. Any ethnic dish outside of African American. So jerk chicken, curry chicken, some Indian cuisine, a burger. I know how to cook a burger. And no, I do not get the little frozen pre-packaged burgers from the store. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because when you gotta be on the go, you gotta be on the go. But I know how to, put the green peppers, onions, Worcestershire sauce. I know how to do that. Salt and pepper, season all, mash the patties up. I know what I'm doing. Salmon croquet. I don't even know what a salmon croquet is, but this black man feel like a woman should know how to make it with rice and beans. And I know how to make me rice, but I ain't never make no beans. Like, as I'm making this video, I'm like, dang, girl, you really, you can't cook at all. Break down a whole turkey. You gotta know how to make turkey wings, girl. Or break down a whole chicken. You gotta know how to make the stuffing and stuff that chicken. I don't know how to do it. I made baked chicken and the chicken was white when it came out. I mean, the meat was cooked, but it wasn't like browned. I mean, I put butter on it to try to brown it, but like, if I made turkey wings, ain't nobody at the table gonna want to eat no white turkey wings. This is so embarrassing. And I'm talking about I want to be a mom. Kids be honest. They will tell you, oh, Ma, this is nasty. And I don't want that. I want them to be able to, not starve every night. I got to cook something. Banana pudding. I know, my bad. I forgot to number this stuff. But number 23 is banana pudding. Ooh, I tried banana pudding, I believe, last year. It was good. I'm trying to be more open-minded and taste different things, but I wouldn't even know where to start with banana pudding. Number 24, make sauces. Make sauces from scratch. So like barbecue, tartar sauce, teriyaki. Like, you should know how to make a sauce from scratch. Like, it should be mama's special sauce. And number 25, any oven-made barbecue dish. So everything that your man, in my opinion, should know how to cook on the grill, barbecue. If the grill ain't working, you should know how to do it in the oven. So, that's all I got for y'all. 25 things that black women should know how to cook.